Oh, fine. I gave Butch here another bottle. He was howling.
Another?
Well, he seemed to want something. He apparently was hungry. Look at him.
I never knew a baby to eat so much, and it seemed so funny after Betsy. Remember how she hardly ate anything? I don't think she ever once finished a bottle.
Oh, well, boys are different. They're always hungry. You got enough on him? I think it's chilly around here, you know.
I know it is.
We're going to live in this garage for very long. We've got to do something about having more heat around here.
Well, I don't know what we can do. I'm sure we'll be in the house before it gets really cold, anyhow.
You're more of an optimist than I am.
Well, I was just talking to Mr. Dibble. He said the right windows have finally arrived. He hopes to get those in today, so that's something.
Yeah, well, I suppose I better get to work.
Now, listen, we have got to do something about getting another car.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I am just stuck out here without a car, dear. I can't do any marketing or anything.
I know. Well, all right. I will have to look around.
Well, you keep saying that, dear, but we don't do anything. I mean, I just have to have one. And as long as I do, let's get it. What are we waiting for?
I'm not waiting. It's just that you've got to look around a bit. I mean, if you buy a used car, you want to look into it. You don't want to buy just any old used car.
Of course not. But my goodness, there are plenty of used car places. We certainly ought to be able to find one.
I know, I will. As soon as I get time, don't worry, I will.
It doesn't have to be anything fancy, you know, just so it runs.
Yeah, I know. Look, I won't have any time today. Maybe next Saturday we can drive around, take a look, and see what we can pick up.
Saturday?
Look, honey, I haven't any time at all until then. Now, well, I just don't. We're so busy right now at the office. I haven't...
All right. Oh, for heaven's sake, who is that coming through the woods?
Huh?
Coming this way.
Oh, looks like Myra Pemberton.
Are they back from Europe?
Well, they must be, unless that's a ghost.
Oh, good heavens. I was going to get so much done this morning. Now I'll have to sit and listen to her trip. Oh, dear.
Well, good luck. I'm going to get out of here before she traps me. Boy, I can just hear her already. Sure, everything was marvelous. Simply marvelous.
It's Firenze.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad you had such a good trip, Myra.
Well, I just chatted all morning here, and you haven't told me a thing about your summer. What have you all been doing?
Well, as you can see, our house wasn't ready, and actually...
Now, here's a picture of the hotel we stay at in Paris. Le Continental.
Oh, yes. Well, it just looks lovely.
Oh, it was marvelous, simply marvelous. Now, what were you saying?
Well, nothing, really. I mean, I'm afraid our summer hasn't been nearly as fascinating as yours was. In fact...
Oh, here's George, standing by the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yes. Well, is that you?
Oh, no. That's a Mrs. Watkins from San Antone, Texas. Perfectly lovely people. We met them on the boat and then kept running into them all over Europe.
Well, Myra, you keep on talking. I really ought to do up my breakfast dishes if you don't mind.
Oh, no, don't mind me. You go right ahead.
Why don't you stay and have a bite of lunch with me?
Oh, no.
Well, it's lunchtime. I was just going to fix sandwiches.
Well, I have a million things left to tell you.
Well, actually, Myra, I want to hear them. I do. It's just, that I do have a few things.
Well, you go right ahead and do them. It doesn't bother me. You know me. I'll just keep right on talking.
Yes, I know. Well, I do have to phone for groceries, Myra. I have to have them delivered since I have no car. We were talking about that at breakfast. I just got to get a used car or something.
Oh, yes. Well, now, wait a minute. Where did I see one? Just this morning, driving out here.
What?
I went past a place. I was where I stopped for gas. Well, anyhow, I saw this car and looked almost new, and there was a sign on it, for sale. And all I remember was that it was very cheap.
Really? Well, try and remember where you saw it, Myra.
Well, come on, get in the car and bring the baby, and we'll drive back the way I came out, and maybe we'll find the place again.
Oh, no, Myra, no, I don't want to bother you.
No, it's no bother at all.
Well,
and while we're driving, I'll tell you all about my trip. Oh, here I am standing in front of Anne Hathaway's coffee.
Oh, yeah.
You bought it? You bought it?
Yes, I bought it. Isn't it marvelous? Oh, I've missed Myra too much today. Everything has been simply marvelous. I tell you, she told me all about her trip, and I mean all about her trip.
Never mind that. What about this car?
John, don't stand right in my way as I'm trying to get dinner. I told you I bought it. Instead of yelling at me, I should think you'd be pleased. Only $150, and doesn't it look nice?
It isn't how it looks. What do you know about this car?
I told you the man said it had belonged to a little old lady who only used it for drives on Sunday.
Oh, for Pete's sake, son, you didn't fall for that old story.
What old story?
Oh, no.
It is a 1950 model and only has 10,000 miles on it. And you can see that it's been hardly used at all.
Why didn't you call me before you bought it?
Because the man said somebody else was looking at it and he was sure they were going to buy it. So Myra and I figured that if I wanted, I'd better buy it quick. Darling, $150. Think of it.
I am thinking of it.
Well, I couldn't have gotten a nice car like that for any less.
Point is, sweetheart, it is so cheap that there's probably something drastically wrong with it.
Oh, really? What? You are always so suspicious of everybody. This man was so nice. I mean, he was just the dearest old man. He
what
really
man?
was. The man who sold us the car. His name was Mac something. McDermott, McDonald, Mac. I don't don't know, smack something. It doesn't matter what his name was down the check I wrote, which I'll get back with my statement so you can tell.
You mean it
exactly...
wasn't a regular used car place?
Oh, no. No. It was at this gas station. Well, the gas station man didn't have anything to do with it, dear. He just let this man put the car there with a sign on it, and then he called him when we asked about the car, and then he came over, and then the other man said...
Oh, wait a minute. Who called who? What man did what?
You're not listening. You're not listening. This little old man came over. He's a cousin or something of the woman.
What woman?
The little old lady who owned the car.
Well, if she owned the car, how come you didn't make out the check to her instead of this Mac something?
I don't know why you always do this.
I don't know why you always do this. You simply cannot resist when you think you got a bargain. Haven't I told you time and time again that you never get something for nothing?
I will take the money out of my own savings account and pay for the car. Forget it.
Darling, that is not the point. How soon before dinner?
Well, at least an hour. I'm having an oven dinner because it was cold around here, and I thought you were going to be getting home late and rather than early, so I...
All right. Where are the keys to this new car?
On the table. You going to try it out? It's a bit noisy, but the man said that can easily be fixed.
Noisy?
Mm-hmm. That's all there's wrong with it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll be back in about an hour with luck. Well, what do you think, Joe?
What did you say your wife paid for it?
$150. Belonged to a little old lady who only used it on Sundays.
Yeah? Is that little old lady still alive?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Well, this car has been in one swell accident at some time or other.
Accident?
Yeah, sure. The whole frame is sprung. The wheel alignment's off. The motor needs a complete overhauling. Cylinders need a boring job. Looks like some gears have been stripped. I wouldn't drive around the block on these tires.
Tires gone, too, huh?
What a shot. Look at them. No good at all. Suicide to drive with these tires, I'll tell you that. No, you'll need all new tires.
Oh, women. Well, Joe, what do you think? Shall I get it fixed up or try to sell it and see what I can get for it?
I wouldn't give you a nickel for it. Nor will anybody who knows anything about cars. No, your best bet, since you already put $150 into it, is to pay $200-300 more and get it in shape. Of course, you know as well as I do once your frame has been sprung.
Yeah, all right. Say no more. I'll think it over. Whatever possessed my wife, really?
Look, women, they're all alike. My wife's the same way. They don't know anything about a car. They buy one, put some gas in, expect it to run forever. You better do a little explaining about cars when you get home.
Yeah.
The last person anyone would want to be on Saturday is the main character in CBS Radio's Spy.
Now, Betsy, you go right to sleep. Not another word. Oh, now maybe I can sit down. The children in bed, dishes done. Oh, darling, now please stop looking at me that way.
Why, anyone with a grain of sense would buy a used car without knowing one thing.
For heaven's sakes, do stop going on about it. The car runs, doesn't it? What more do you expect from a car? All right, so it needs a few new tires. My
Another $100 or more.
It seems to me you're always buying a new tire for your car, and I don't want to hear any more about gears or cylinders. I wouldn't know one if I saw one, and I don't even know what a sprung frame is. I think your friend Joe at the garage is just trying to get some extra business out of you.
Oh, extra business. Joe is the best mechanic in town.
Well, it is my car. I like it. It looks nice, and it runs. And you can tell Joe that all I want done to it is to have him take out that noise, which the man said was a very simple job.
That noise, for Pete's sake, the gears are stripped. It's not a small job.
Well, the man said it was. The man said it was. And if Joe charges any $200 or $300 to fix that car up, then you are being taken.
Oh, well, what's the use?
No use at all. The car runs, doesn't it?
Yes, dear, it runs. Look, but
all
that
right,
is not what
all right, it works. I'll be happy I saved you some money. Oh, for heaven's sake. There comes Myra. Oh, and George. Oh, with their film projector, it looks like. She said they might drop over tonight so you could hear about their trip, too.
Oh, no.
Hi, Myra. George, well, come on in.
How do you like the car?
Some mechanic tried to tell him I got stung.
Well, it runs, doesn't it?
That is just what I said,
All right,
Myra.
George,
Really,
come on in, come on. I need you, George. Look, would you help me explain to my wife, come here with me, that when you buy a used car...
You know, Myra, I think men get a little jealous when they sometimes discover we women aren't quite as dumb as they think, don't you?
Oh, I do, too. I do, too.